Pittsford Central School District has a long tradition of excellence, built on strong academics, dedicated educators, and a community that values public education. As we develop the 2026-27 school district budget, I'm here with Assistant Superintendent Mike Vespi to share an important message about state funding and how you can help protect the programs our students have available to them. New York State Foundation Aid is the funding all school districts receive to support basic K-12 education operations. For Pittsford, it makes up 22% of our total revenue. The balance of revenue is made up in the capped tax levy. While school district operating costs increase by about 3 to 4% each year, Pittsford has only received a 1% average increase in foundation aid over the past couple of years. And our largest revenue source is the tax levy, which is capped by New York State, limiting our ability to generate additional income. We're now learning that Governor Hochul's proposed 2026-27 budget once again does not provide an adequate amount of foundation aid for Pittsford and most other school districts across New York State.
The Consumer Price Index for public education expenses rose an average of 3% over the past couple of years, while New York State Foundation Aid to Pittsford schools has only averaged 1% during that time. Based on New York State's proposed budget, the 2026-27 Foundation Aid for Pittsford schools is estimated to again only reach 1%. There is also a huge disparity in funding priorities. The state plans to divert funds for basic K-12 education to other areas of education. If this is legislated, the majority of school districts across the state, including Pittsford, will only see a 1% increase in funding, and we are projecting a more than $1.5 million budget gap. Without adequate New York State Foundation aid, the district is looking for creative ways to balance the budget while saving programs, protecting taxpayers, and staying within the tax cap. Pittsford Schools has a strong history of responsible fiscal management. We are building next year's budget by reducing positions through restructuring and attrition, staying within the tax cap, managing resources carefully, and using reserve funds to maintain programs. But this approach is not sustainable long term. We need to continue to partner with our legislative leaders to update the foundation aid formula and its equity across the state.
You may be wondering what effect this lack of funding may have on the March 5th capital project referendum. The short answer is none. Capital improvement projects have their own separate capital reserve funds, voted on by residents, and legally earmarked for necessary facility infrastructure maintenance and improvements. These funds are only able to be used for capital improvements and cannot be applied to the school budget voted on annually or to other areas. Pittsford taxpayers pay their fair share to support a high-performing school district. The community should not have to pay more because the state is not honoring its commitment to fully fund foundation aid. Therefore, district leaders are advocating for fair distribution of foundation aid through meetings with state legislators and the governor's office, but we need your support. Please consider being part of an advocacy effort by writing letters to local legislators and Governor Hochul to let them know how important it is for Pittsford schools to receive its fair share of foundation aid. We urge Governor Hochul and state leaders to prioritize basic K-12 public education and provide fair, predictable funding for Pittsford schools and districts across New York State. Together, we can protect programs and opportunities for our students.